Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing Alley of Blood on my Necromancer. Let's go. So this is actually my first time playing Alley of Blood on this character. Obviously I've played Shadow War before. Unfortunately I won't be able to share Shadow War with you this week. I was removed from the alt clan that I was in with my character as they merged with another clan. And I had to join a new clan, so obviously I'm on that cooldown for a week. But next week I'll hopefully be able to bring you some Shadow War on this character as well as my main, as I do always attend it on both. So for Alley of Blood, obviously you only have a team of 4 people and the team is completely random. You can't go with friends or anything like that. Although it would be pretty fun to do this with friends, I think. Wasn't really sure what to expect because obviously my character is not the strongest, and I've just gone in with the PvP build that I've shared before. So this is Lauref's build again. So this seems to work really nicely in PvP, which is why I haven't bothered changing it. I haven't had time to come up with something different myself either. And as this is the same build that I used for Shadow War and it's been successful in that, I thought I might as well just use it for Alley of Blood as well. Now the difference of Alley of Blood to Shadow War is that obviously you don't have your normal levels, so everyone is equaled out, everyone has an equal footing, so whatever level you're actually at with your character, all of your gear levels and everything are equaled out, similar to Conqueror as well. And the only way you can gain strength is to obviously collect the shards when you're killing the other players or when you're killing the Guardian or taking down the sentry towers. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting match to see what my character's like on an equal footing, because I haven't actually done that other than Brawl, which you know was a bit of a mess because I got a bot match. So I'm quite excited to see how this battle goes overall. Now another thing to mention with Alley of Blood is that you only have 6 gear pieces active from your legendary gear, so you only have 1 main hand and 1 offhand. You do still have all 8 pieces of your secondary gear, so your green items, your set items, you have all 8 pieces of that. So I've gone in with my normal PvP build, including my set items as well. So I've got all 8 set items, and then obviously I made sure that I had the most beneficial main hand and offhand for this build, so that I would have the better chance of obviously doing well and supporting my team throughout the match. So the whole concept of Alley of Blood is basically the exact same as Shadow War. Originally Shadow War was completely different for those that are new to Diablo Immortal, but they brought out Alley of Blood and then they kind of changed Shadow War to be the same. So Alley of Blood, the whole idea is that you need to take down the 2 sentry towers of the enemy team and then take down their crystal heart. You have sacred guardians and these will try and also destroy your sentry towers, so you want to make sure you take down the enemy sacred guardian, because I've been in matches before where we've lost because the guardian has actually taken down our crystal heart at the last second. So it's really important to make sure that you don't let these guys get past the center really, and obviously if you're helping to defeat them, then your sacred guardian has a better chance of starting to cause damage on the sentry towers of the enemy team or on the crystal heart of the enemy team. Now you can see the specialist skill that I'm using for Alley of Blood is Stone Hex. And the reason I'm using this is because it is pretty much the only way to stop barbarians. Now, although I mentioned at the start that everyone's levels are equaled out, I have noticed that in Alley of Blood, if you get matched against barbarians and don't have a barb on your team, you honestly have no chance whatsoever. And I'll show you that when I post my video for Alley of Blood on my main character, on my wizard, because I had a really hard time on that character. Whereas for my Necromancer, I seem to not really have much of a problem, probably because I had borrowed time equipped, which obviously gave me those revives. But on Wizard, I just had a really hard time, and I changed my build, I think, every single match to find one that changed my build every match on my Wizard to try and find a build that would be better for Alley of Blood. So I'll post that in a separate video. I wanted to make sure I kept both separate because obviously, as I said, this is my first attempt ever at Alley of Blood. I can't even talk today. This is my first attempt ever at Alley of Blood on my Necromancer. And like I said, although it's similar to Shadow War, it's also different in the fact that you actually have enemy team to fight, and you're only 4 against 4 for this as well. So let's continue with the battle and see how it goes. So I have Angmets active on me here, so I'm bandaging and looking for health orbs, and there doesn't seem to be any health shrines around, but we've got one orb here, so gonna grab that and then move forward again. So you can see I've still got corpses on the ground from earlier, and we're using that to get these enemies, and I've also just put Stone Hex on this player as well, which has managed to freeze him in place. Got Angmits on me again, but luckily it didn't manage to do too much damage. There still don't seem to be any life orbs or health pools, whatever you want to call them, which is super frustrating. So let's just hope we don't die. I seem to be doing okay with the kills so far, and we have already taken down one of their 2 towers, whereas they've not really seemed to do much damage on ours. We've also got 23 kills against 7 kills that they've done as well, and yeah, currently just trying not to die.
Septuple kill.
So thankfully my borrowed time kicked in again there, but you can see my life is going down very, very quickly. So I'm trying to bandage. I'm going to grab these health globes as well, just to try and keep myself going for a bit longer. You can just see my life is going down so quickly, but I really wanted to try and push forward to start taking down their 2nd tower, because this match is going pretty well so far. We've now had 27 kills against their 7 still, so we're actually doing all right. And like I said, I really didn't know what to expect when I started this match, simply because I've just not done it on this Necromancer before. And the frustrating thing is that I'm almost feeling like I'm better at playing Necromancer than I am Wizard. I don't know, maybe it's just because Wizard is like the one at the bottom of the pile in PvP at the moment. I know everyone says, oh, but Wizard's OP with the freeze build. Yeah, maybe with like CC, but not actually with top kills. It's very, very rare unless someone is high resonance and high secondaries. It's very rare to see a Wizard at the top of Battleground or MVP in Battleground and PvP at the moment. Well, that's my experience anyway, and not just for myself, but for other Wizards that I've seen in the battles as well. Whereas Necromancer's pretty consistent. So Necromancer has kind of always been decent in PvP, I found, and it's always a class that I try and avoid in PvP as well, especially if I see them running with this kind of build. If I see that miasma around them, I'm like, okay, I need to stay away from that player. These players, however, don't seem to be feeling that so much, but that's working in our favour for our team. So as you've probably noticed now, we've taken down both towers, and we are now heading towards their Crystal Heart. I've got Angmets on me again, and there's no globes around once again. And I seem to be under some kind of effect. I'm not sure why I'm going so slowly here, because I can't visually see what effect I might be under. It could possibly be Frozen Heart, but even my Wraith form isn't working properly, so not entirely sure what that's about. But yeah, I'm not moving at any speed whatsoever. So here my teammate is already at the Crystal Heart, and we're super close to winning this. You can see we're taking this down pretty quickly. They've just had another Guardian spawn. They're probably not going to get anywhere near our towers in time, and just like that, it was a victory for our team. So for my first Alley of Blood on Necromancer, I'm super happy with this result. I was an MVP for the match, sadly, but yeah, I'm super happy with that. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time.